Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. We have to talk about some things, okay? Um, and I know I make these videos and maybe y'all feel like I'm just talking to y'all, but most of the time it's something for me and I'm also supposed to be sharing it, and that's what a video made, okay? So, um, I've been, doing what I felt like I needed to be doing and growing and learning. Um, this morning I got hit with something that, I thought I was doing better in than I actually was. And God was in partnership with me on working on a project. And the first couple of months, everything was running so smoothly. Like I was waking up encouraged, getting to it, and getting the aid I needed in the project, where I fall short, where I just didn't have knowledge in. God was just like, okay, this is what you need to do. Everything was flowing, right? And when I got to the completion of the project, there was some things I had to do to, for all the works to come together, right? So I had it in my mind. I had set up everything I needed to do the second part. And when I got to a part that needed finances and I didn't have them, I just stopped working on it. Now, the second part of it, I did not need any money to do, right? I could have completed that, been working on that, and had it done for when the finances came. I could have had been prepared, right? But I just got discouraged, and I'm like, well, I'll do this when this part comes together. And we have to stop taking God's instructions so lightly. God is preparing us for things, and we have to be diligent in our works. And you hit me real hard with that this morning. Like, you could have just had that done. You could have been done with it. And you just was like, well, since I don't got the end part, I'm just going to stop right now and not work on what I need to be working on. And I had to really apologize to God because there was no reason. There was no reason I wasn't working on it other than being like, dag, I ain't got that part. So, I just won't. And God deserves better from us than that. I'm speaking from a personal thing right now. But there's some other people doing the same things I felt. And we gotta do better than that. Just being like, yeah, maybe the end part ain't gonna come until we do what we can do without it. Maybe the help can't come until we get our portion done. God is doing so many amazing things daily in us. And I know we're waiting on the big miracle, but we got so much to be grateful for. I was struggling with something yesterday, and I was talking to God like, I've been really doing what I felt like I needed to do, other than this project. We want to forget about that part. Like, well, I ain't talking about that, but that didn't even hit me till this morning. So that wasn't even on my mind that I wasn't doing that, And I'm like, this was even obedience to you. And why I can't have the good parts for just being obedient, Why I can't just feel what I want to feel, and because it was out of obedience I did it, you know? And I was talking to a guy while I was at the grocery store, and then I came back home and, you know, kind of wanted to soak a little bit. And God was like, you know, put on some worship. And I put on some worship, and the worship I listened to is one of my morning worships. I don't know if I had listened to it in the morning. I had to it when I did my yoga, but anyway, maybe it was one I didn't listen to. And she was talking about Joseph, you know, and all the things he had to go through to be who he became. Like betrayals that we can't fathom, right? And as she was talking, I'm like, you could be in a way worse place. And not to say that we should just be, having to deal with bad things, but what I'm dealing with wasn't necessarily a bad thing, right? It just wasn't what I wanted. And I had to remind myself and all the mercy and grace that God has given me, and in the place that I'm even in, to be speaking to y'all and to have a different understanding, and the relationship God has really blessed me to have with him. That, how dare I complain, honestly? Like, how dare you? And because it's nothing. It's nothing life-changing. It's nothing that is a true burden. You know, just my feelings was hurt. And I know God has really been working with me on working outside of my emotion. And, you know, as women, it's part of us, and the nurture's part of us, and we have to feel to be who we are. But sometimes we will let it get the best of us in a way where we become ungrateful. And I wasn't even planning on talking about that, but I guess the Holy Spirit go ahead and keep on with me today, okay? Yeah, so I was in one of those moments where I was letting the emotions get the best of me, where I was ungrateful in the place that I was in. And I got checked in that quickly yesterday, where I had to just come out of it and do what I needed to do and speak life. You know, we have to stay in a place where we are speaking life into the things that are surrounding us, that we want to grow. You know, we wanted to just change. We wanted to just be better. But that's not realistic. When you speak, your tongue is very powerful, and what you speak death over will die. You know, even out of anger, you know, just being in a place where you're frustrated and you're just saying stuff because you want different. But the words you speak in that place can really set you back, and we have to really understand that. And so I am grateful that God has been working with me enough that I just stated my piece about it, you know. But I didn't shame. You know, I was in an inquisitive place, just asking why, you know, not being like, well, I could go get this there, or I could do this myself, or I don't need you in it. I thank God that I'm in a different place, that that's not what I'm speaking. Um, and I was even able to, after God, put that word on me, that I could go back and speak life into it. So to bring it all the way around, okay. Make sure that when you get instruction on something, you are diligently getting it done. And once you get that thing done, you will get your next instruction. We won't. We want the answer to the vision. We want the answer to what God showed us is going to happen in our day. We want to change right now. Like, you showed it to me. Show me how that's possible. Show me a difference in the people that you said is going to be a part of it, and show me how to get to this. And God's like, y'all not ready. You're not ready. I need you to do these things and take these steps, because this will better you in that place. I asked to be a standard of stewardship, and God, I still got to work on your patience. I asked to give me provision that doesn't cause division. And God, yeah, you getting emotional about things and wanting to pout. Yeah, that's a problem with me and you too, not just the people you around, not just the things you're working on. So check in on the things that, while you're asking for further instruction, check back. I don't know if y'all journaling or keeping notes, or just think hard on it. What was an instruction that you had got that you have not completed? Because you have to. You have to get that thing done for the next one. I know what I deserve. I know what you deserve. I love y'all.